I have my headphones on this time because I didn't want to find out what this sounded like prior to doing it. So we're gonna do this. You know what? I like to listen to the sound of my own voice. You can go fuck yourself. We're putting the glasses on because it's a fun trick. It's a trick I do that if I don't want you to know where the fuck I'm looking, am I looking at a script or am I looking at something else? Who the fuck knows? Only I will know, because behind the glasses, I can be looking anywhere. I can be looking at tits. That's right, we got glasses on now. We're in full garb now, so you have no idea what I'm looking at. This is like a security blanket. You don't even know. These are really cheap headphones. I don't recommend them. Made by Sony and digitally removed by green screen. Because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy guy. So, that last one, that last video I just put out, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're like, what? The fucking, the one that, I don't, what about, why? You're not aware of the one I'm talking about. It's the one that was my, we'll call it a BitChute exclusive for, it's the positive way to look at it, as opposed to the reality, which is, I didn't think YouTube would let me keep my channel if I put it on here. Nothing like calling everyone a cunt that I can think of off the top of my head for 20 minutes to probably be considered hate speech by someone. I have to remember I have an actual topic because I was going to do a review. Yeah. Review. I was going to be the review guy again because I love reviewing things. I like looking at something and going, hey, you know what I think of this? This is what I think of this. And we're going to do something that is going to look a little strange. For some of you, you may never have even seen one of these before, but this is a book. And I know, ancient technology. Like, look how archaic this is. Pages with printed word on them. Is terrible, with a cover and then a back cover and then this thing in the middle that I don't know what it's called. I don't know. What is it like a spine? I kind of want to do like a get over here, rip out the spine and just be like library Mortal Kombat jokes. That's what we do around here. So this is Laughter of a Scoundrel by Nick Goroff. And it's a short book, about 120 pages, something like that. Yeah, about 120 pages. Should not have read it twice now. There was not really much to say about it because it can be covered in a couple of minutes. Go to Wizard of a Cause on YouTube. Watch his videos. That's what's in the book. Now I know that sounds bad. That sounds terrible. Like he had nothing new to say, and there were new things to say in it. But ultimately, the whole of the book, the bulk of what the book is, it can be found on his channel, watching his various videos, which I definitely recommend. I definitely recommend you watching this channel, especially if you intend to read this book, because you want to hear his voice before reading his words. But the reason I bought this book was the title. The title really intrigued me. It was Laughter of a Scoundrel. I'm a sucker for good, vague marketing like that, and it sounded clever. I was like, Laughter of a Scoundrel. Am I going to get jokes in this book? Am I going to get like a how-to manual for how to do things on the street, be streetwise? Because he's got some experiences he's going to share. And none of that was in there. No. All that was in there was the general musings of Wizard of a Cause, Nick Goroff. I'm going to just go call him Nick from now on. From Nick. My buddy Nick, my guy. He's my friend. He's Nick. The first time I read through this book, I was still blown away. I was like, I don't see the connection here. I feel like I'm stupid. And I don't like being made to feel stupid, so like an idiot, I read it again. Because I felt like, he's a high-minded guy, he's got a lot of thoughts. If I had to go to the dictionary at least 100 fucking times to find out words, I was just like, I don't even know how to say that. And that's when it had dawned on me. Laughter of a Scoundrel. Because what ended up happening was I read through it and came to the realization that, well, shit, I knew all this already because I watch Wizard of a Cause. I've been watching him for years. So this was literally his channel in a book. He sold me something that he gave away for free on another medium. And that's really fucking funny. You dirty, rotten scoundrel. And I'm glad about it. I really am. Because that's a good marketing technique, going after people's curiosity. There are a lot of people who would look at this book and go, gosh, what is this? Creator of a YouTube channel, Wizard of a Cause. Or Wizard of Cause. Of a Cause. You're of a cause. One cause. The cause of Nick Goroff. He is our Lord and Savior. He wrote a book. He wrote a book and we're going to call it gospel. I'm going to put him in a robe. Nail him to a tree. The book itself, like I said, is a commentary on what's been going on in the world of the current year and other previous current years, and of course, in Nick's style, a general overall view of those things from a, I don't want to say ivory tower because that seems insulting, but like a detached, like I almost think of like the iBots from Fallout. He's telling you the story from this kind of like, I'm over here and I'm not actually a part of this, even though I know I'm a part of this, but still I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say it like it's over here. He's a theatrics style performer. The way he sends his ideas out into the world is from almost a thespian angle. He delivers things from a, I want to say Shakespearean. It's not like thee and thus and thou and you haven't read a single fucking Shakespeare thing, have you? I have. Didn't understand a fucking word of it, but I read it cover to cover. 12th Night and King Lear. And I lied to my teacher and said that I understood it after, Googling the normal English version of what the story was. Like, I read all these words and I just don't, sorry. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. See, I'm so stupid I hit my fucking mic with my hand. Should you buy the book? Well, it entirely depends on how you look at things. If you thought this joke was good, then yes, you should buy this book because ultimately, it's like having a Wizard of Cause in your pocket. I got a pocket full of Goroff. And, if you're the kind of person who goes where the internet isn't, and like his shit, definitely worth having. But if you were looking for some kind of, like, some insight or like a experience story kind of thing, where have you been in life, Nick? Well, everywhere and nowhere. But the thing I like about it is it comes from an intellectual honesty while still being naive to his own personal view of life. Because he's a human like the rest of us, and sometimes he's a hypocrite. Oh no, he called my favorite man a hypocrite. That's terrible. Even Jesus was a hypocrite. I don't have an example of why. I just like saying it. Sorry. You should never apologize. They'll come after you more. Who? Them. Who? The mob. I got nothing. Alright, that was a weird segue. A weird segue into what I actually want to talk about now, because while talking about the book is interesting, I'm sure, I just say go out and buy it. If you want to support Nick, this is how you do it. I mean, watch his channel. It's the same fucking thing. But if you want to give him some money and feel like you bought something from him, buy the book, and you now have a bit of Nick with you personally. It's beautiful. However, it did occur to me that that's almost a troll. And that's just an interpretation. I don't know the dude. It might have nothing to do with it. He might have a deeper meaning that even I'm not grasping. But to me, it was... Who's the scoundrel? Nick is the scoundrel. Why is Nick the scoundrel? Because he's selling me something that he's giving away for free. And I bought it, and he's laughing at me. I made you buy something I gave away for free. And that's funny. which brings a motivation into mind. You know, why would you troll like that? Because ultimately he needs to get paid and YouTube ain't paying him, and it was a way to give something to his audience while at the same time kind of going, so A+, totally. I've read this twice already. It's not a long book, 120 pages, and there is some interesting insights. It's a different way of taking Nick in, a gentler way, a kinder way. By reading Nick versus listening to Nick, you get to interpret what he says in a whole different way. The one thing that does need to be noted is if you're not at all familiar what's going on in the fucking world from the political side / social side / everyman side, there's going to be a lot lost on you that's going to you're going to have to go look shit up. Where you're going to be like, who is he talking about? Stefan Mala who? Baldy McBald guy who's like a cult leader. And he uses giant fucking words and tends to make what could be a short sentence truncated that go on for a long time. There's also a guest appearance by Vernaculus. So then there's that. You probably will take issue with a lot of things Nick says, because Nick tends to point the finger at everybody. I would say doesn't really offer too much in the way of solutions. A lot of it is, shall we say, overarching. Like he'll take a pinpointed thing and then not really extrapolate on the thing that he has a problem with that he's pinpointed, but that's the example, and it's kind of like, you know who I'm talking about. I don't even need to go into it. And in certain cases that's true, but then it kind of becomes a lazy form of, name drop. Name drop to make a point because I don't want to write it myself. I already spent 3.5 pages going on about the fucking philosophy of 2011, which I know it sounds absurd, but think about how quickly philosophies changes. Fucking 2011's philosophies, okay? That's 9 years ago. I know, a lifetime ago. Babies are now like 9-year-olds. Now think of the philosophies of 2020. Apply those to 2011. Imagine if in 2011 you weren't allowed to leave your house for a while, or you needed like permits, or if you were going to leave your house, you had to be a certain amount of distance away from each other, or if you were going to leave your house, you had to have a face mask, or if you were going to leave your house, you were going to have to prove that you weren't sick with something, or even if you did prove that you weren't sick with something, you'd still have to wear the face mask, and then probably gloves, and then we're going to stick something in your arm, and then you're going to have to stick every fucking week because you got to get the vaccines, got to get them all, every one of them. What? You don't want to get one? Well, you're just a conspiracy nut. What do you mean you don't like being poked with needles all the time? Who doesn't like being poked with needles all the time? Why are you being so selfish? This has nothing to do with his book. But you listen to it anyway, so apply whatever logic you want to that. I learned how to slurp from Steven Crowder. He is my slurp teacher. Final thoughts on the book. It does get pretentious, but when you realize that Nick is a theater guy, it makes sense that it would be theatrical. If you watch a couple of his videos before reading this book, when you read this book, you will have Nick's voice in your head the whole time, and then realize you probably watched one of the episodes that the chapters are about. I have no buyer's regret, because not only did I get entertained twice, it inspired me to make a video about it. So bravo, Nick. You have not only affected another human being in a positive way, but you don't feel ripped off at all. My name is Pacho Kanen. This has been a review that I was going to write, and then said I was just like, fuck it, I'm riffing it because I want to read. I got done reading this shit. I have awesome green screen skills.